Hello, 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 everybody. What's going on to you tender peoples out there? What's happening with you? My name is SonjaMarie, and I'm glad to be here live. For all those that have caught this video after the fact, thank you. I appreciate you. You didn't have to come check out what a sister's doing. So I really do appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. If any of this resonates with you, please share this video, like it, and subscribe. I'd appreciate that. Share it with some of your friends and let them know what's going down and what we got going on over here. Thank you so much. And if you are a returning person down with this particular village, thank you. I appreciate you the most. Yes, I do, because you have choices. So thank you for coming on back and checking out what a sister and what spirit has to say through a sister. I really appreciate that. How was your weekend? How was everything going down? Before I say hello to everybody, I just want to remind y'all to please join my newsletter. A few people got a little confused, possibly, maybe. You join the newsletter by going to my website, Wordlife Astrology. That's wordlifeastrology.com. On the bottom of each page or on the contact page, you can just hit subscribe to the newsletter and put in your name and your email address. I'd appreciate that. Every month, I'm coming out with a chronicle that's going to help us to navigate through the season. This season is Scorpio season. We just sent out a nice little chronicle. Anybody receive it? Anybody get it yet? Anybody get it? Hopefully you can, again, subscribe and check us out every month. We have some mantras, some gift certificates, some discounts, a whole bunch of stuff that's coming together. So please, I want to let you know. Go and subscribe, okay? Today is a really interesting day, and I'm feeling kind of not necessarily slow, but like I'm kind of just going through the the sludge and the mud, but feeling really powerful in doing that. I really can't explain, but I'm gonna do my best. Let me say what's up to everybody that's rolling through. Ramon is here, and Rabbi Rob, Copper Fox is here. D's Delectable. Yo, it's the regular crew. I love it. Robin is here. Naoe, what you doing? Celeste is here. What's going on, Celeste? Mi madre. Anjay is here. What's going on, Sweet Tea? And Angela Hill and Atia is here as well. Trina, what's going on, Miss Lady J? And I think that's it. Did I say Bijou? What's happening, Bijou? And China Wangs, what's going on? Oh, I miss you, Bijou. I miss you so much. I miss you in the village hut. This last village hut was really dope. And there was a couple of times that I saw you and Giselle in there. Like I just wish I can get everybody together. One day, I'm planning some things, y'all. I'm planning some things. And one day my little wish is going to come true, but I'm not going to say it too prematurely, but I want us all to get together. We got shit to do. We got work to do. All right. What's going on this week? You didn't forget about me now, Owe? You know I was thinking about you this morning, chick. I was thinking. But I hope you feel better. I know you didn't forget about me. But I just hope you feel better. That's what I was really thinking. Make sure you're all right before we move on and do anything. All right? All right, y'all. Enough of me. I'm not always private conversation. Let's talk about what's happening for this week. It's been some interesting things. Now, listen, I'm going to take it from here. I'm going to say that Pluto is about to tear some shit up. And I'm wondering if I backtrack a little bit, how this is going to parlay. Now, you feel better? Oh, good. Glad to hear, Nawe. This past week, did you go down? Did you excavate? Were you pushed in the mud? I really want y'all to talk about that. Please ask any questions or put any statements up with exclamation points in front or in back of the sentence, or question marks in front of the back of the sentence. If you're new to my channel, you haven't been here in a little while, you'll soon realize that we have continuous conversations about the energy that happened, that preceded this moment within the week before, as we go into the next. Because when we look at astrology, when we look at energy, it all is one, right? We are all one, and it all finds a way to kind of convalesce with one another to help us to move forward down this brick road that we're given, the yellow brick road that is. Squirrel, the Wiz is going to be live real soon. I hope y'all going to see it. I know I'm going to see it. Hopefully my friend Nicole still wants to see it with me. I can't wait. The Wiz and the yellow brick road. I just went down a whole nother squirrel. Okay, the bottom line is what we talk about on this particular channel in regards to astrology is how we can utilize the energy that is present. Astrology is not God, it's not future telling, it's energetic. So we can utilize the energy or not. This last week, though, when I heard from spirit to excavate, I heard from spirit to get deep and down. I heard from spirit with all them Scorpio planets that was on us last week to go into the tunnel and figure it out. Like, look at yourself a little bit deeper. And I know some people are already dropping off going, we always talk about looking deeper. You always want to look deeper. You always want to get emotional. It has nothing to do with getting emotional. All it is, and going deeper and getting deeper, has to deal with you being truthful to you. Oftentimes people believe, here's a download and I'm going to go into the week. I thought this was going to be a really quick thing, but spirit starts talking. I think we mentioned this though before, spirit. So repeat. Anyway, repeat. Oftentimes we think that we live in a compartmentalized type of existence. Oh, my work life is good, but my personal life is shitty. Or I have really, really good friends, but I have very bad relationships with my children. Oh, I work out and I'm very, very healthy. I don't eat any preservatives and I'm vegan and I'm this and I'm that and I'm that and I'm that. But I drink a fifth of fucking whiskey every Friday night. My point is that I really believe as time goes on and as these weird ass structures begin to fall, as Pluto was marching its way out of Capricorn, as the new age of Aquarius is coming upon us, we are beginning to see that there's less and less and less compartments in our lives. If you are one way in one way of your life, you are another way in another way of your life. And oftentimes, especially in the past, people have been successful at keeping one thing away from the other. At least they thought. Nowadays, shit is blowing up in everybody's face. You cannot compartmentalize how you are in one way in your life compared to how you are in another way in your life. If you're an asshole as a father, you're an asshole as a lover. If you're an asshole as a teacher, you're probably an asshole as a neighbor. Do you hear what I'm saying? So I don't know why I said all of that as a download and where it came from, but I just let it flow through. And I was actually kind of nervous as I said that, which is really, really surprising to me because I'm not nervous being on here, but that was some intense energy for something and some reason. The bottom line is that we are being told in this moment in time how to excavate, how to go deep into that space. Last week and moving on to this week, go deep into those spaces to erase the lines, erase the compartments, and force us to be loving and compassionate and vulnerable in our workspace as well as in our relationships. We have to be across the board the same person in each and everything in order to garner the same respect and the abundance and the manifestation that we want to come at us. We can't be selective. The universe don't work like that. God don't work like that. And you're only fooling your goddamn self if you continue to feel like you can't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing and compartmentalize every single thing. You got to go deep. That's what I mean by excavate. Go deep and unblur the lines in regards to you and how you need to grow. We're not talking about anybody else. And if you're on here thinking I'm going to talk astrology about the weather and about political situations and social situations and what your mother did and your father did and blaming everybody else, that's not who SonjaMarie is. I always bring it back to me. Always bring it back to you. Okay, here we go. Here's the thing. I want to say this before we kick off this week. Oh, I asked y'all if you had any questions and then I didn't stop to see. Please forgive me, y'all. I get on a roll sometimes and I forget shit. I don't see any question marks nor exclamation points. Happy Monday to everybody here. Found myself, Bijou, may I read that? Found myself crying over the sink Saturday over how independent I felt I had to be since childhood. Ooh, if that's not an excavating moment. Oh, Bijou. I really wish I was in your face right now. We would have an hour-long conversation, sweet lady. We really, really would. I had an excavating moment, something like that myself. this weekend, and I'm not going to go into it, but I'm so glad you shared that. Did I say that too fast for people who may need to get that in the recording? Let me repeat. Uh, Former Village Hut member, sweet, sweet lady, client of mine, Miss Bijou, who's always on here, said, I found myself crying over the sink Saturday over how independent I felt I had to be since childhood. Now, the reason why I said this was an excavating moment, and I'm allowing myself in this moment in time to go there, and I hope you don't mind, Bijou, because this is the exact type of wig pullback we need to do. Those are the excavating moments that we need to experience. Some people, depending on your age or depending on your personality, may not want to go there because it can bring up some hurt. It can bring up some wounds or whatever. But again, I've been saying this time and time again, and I feel like a broken record. And hopefully a few of you believe me. But where we're going, we can't hold on to this stuff any longer. So it's best to cry over the sink. It's best to get that shit up out. It's best to throw it up. It's best to really, really just fucking gouge yourself and go there so you don't have to carry it anymore. We need love. We need to teach with love. We need to show up with love. We need to be vulnerable with love. We need to lead with love. As Black and brown women, I'm calling you out. I know that there are other races and genders on here, but Black and brown women, we need to continue to solidify with love. Even though we are tired, we need to push on with love. They look to us each and every time the world begins to crack apart to find us the originators of love. We are saving the planet with love again and again and again and again with love. We don't have the space and place to be selfish any longer and to separate and to compartmentalize whatever is going on in our life or in our children's school or in our boyfriend, girlfriend's lives or whatever, and our neighbors. We don't have time for that any longer. We have to save each other's family with love. And I'm calling us out because love is what's going to make it happen. And I don't know why. Squirrel, I found out recently to some of the Village Hut people out there that I have my moon in the first house along with a couple other planets. But you know what my moon sextiles, which is harmony, it sextiles my Jupiter, which sits in my third house of communication. Village Hut people rock with me. Those that don't know, I'm going to explain very briefly, but the Village Hut will know. My Jupiter pushes my emotions sometimes in my first house. And since I was a child, I was always pegged for being over emotional, for being sensitive. There were times I was not as an adult anymore, but definitely as a child where I was called a crybaby or something like that. And I started to realize I realized honestly this about 8 months ago. I've been studying astrology for over 25 years, and I just realized 8 months ago why when I download and when information comes through me in a hot and heavy kind of way, it gets pushed out of my Jupiter, Giselle. It gets pushed out of my Jupiter, Bijou, right through my third house, and my communication hits my fucking moon and makes me spill it all out. My downloads come out hot and heavy and emotional, and I had to just stop myself. I had to stop myself to explain as a teacher in case some of you want to know and learn, but more importantly, to stop myself to say at times, I have to save my passion. At times, I have to save the emotion that comes through. Because at times, there are ways I'm learning in which we can plan and strategize and how to get that emotion out to be more effective. We got work to do, y'all. And I'm really, really tired of us hearing I'm tired because we are tired and I'm tired. But you know, this is up to us even being tired. So the only way that we can untired is to pay attention to the things that we need to nourish ourselves because nobody else is going to save us. Nobody is going to come feed us. Only Black and brown women are feeding Black and brown women. I said it and you know it. So you got to sometimes feed yourself, even if your Black and brown friend don't even hear you crying. You got to feed yourself so we can continue to save the motherfucking planet. I feel very, 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 very passionate today. And I thank y'all for being patient with me. And I don't even know what y'all saying right now because I don't want to get distracted, but I'm doing my best to control my emotions. I think we spend a lot of time overthinking and being petty about what other people think and what they could be thinking and what they should have done and what they could have been doing when there's so many people to save and so many things to do and change within ourselves that we're worried about the little small things because we feel powerful in those small things. We feel powerful being those big fish in them little ass ponds. You don't even want to swim the ocean. The mention of a few strokes in the Pacifics makes you want to throw up. Am I being too poetic right now? Y'all think I'm high? Here's the moment in which you really step up. This week is going to be really interesting because Pluto is about to take over. This is a tower moment. Are y'all feeling it? This is a tower moment. You know what a tower moment is in the tarot deck? When shit just start to fall apart and you have no control over what is what. You have to just watch shit fall apart. Some of you may have said, well, we've been there. I've been watching the shit fall apart. Well, keep watching, cuz. Keep watching. Because now it's implosions. Now it's inside out. So you got to watch yourself break down. You can't hold on to nothing. The moment you do, you get distracted. Pluto is doing a thing I put on the side notes for this week. I'm only going to give y'all a little bit of this rundown, okay? I'm only going to give y'all a little bit. I feel like I took up way too much time. Any questions? Any questions? Please, 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 please join the conversation and ask questions. Put up some exclamations. Please don't make me feel like I'm talking to myself. Thank you, Chanel. I appreciate that positive energy. I feel good today, by the way, y'all. It's just sometimes emotion comes through too much, like especially when I'm carrying for people that I don't even know. You know what I mean? So I feel good. I feel hella good. Please don't think that I'm off. I'm not. I feel damn good. I just think that we, including myself, need to get more serious about the spiritual work that we have to do. And we have no time to waste. Today, Monday, the moon is in Leo. It's going to go into Virgo. Oh, it already has, actually, because it's 5:12 p.m. on the eastern side of life. On the west side, it's only 2:12, but it feels weird, don't it? I know we went back an hour, but I feel like we went back like 7 hours and then went forward another week. I'm in between yesterday and tomorrow. I feel so weird. Anyway, the moon might be in Virgo right now. Not might, it is. The moon is in Virgo in this moment. It started off in Leo, so the vibration has shifted. But this is what I like about today. This is what I like about today. Am I glowing, sweetie? Thank you. I appreciate that. I took a shower today. Excuse me. Bijou say we had to have been pushed back 136 hours. I swear to God, I feel like we went back and then we went forward. And then I'm like, wait, where we at? And then I'm waiting for somebody to give me the clap. Okay, because I can go on and on with that joke. Don't y'all love being who you are sometimes, especially being in the culture? How we can take one joke and just keep going on and on and on and on and on. That'd be one joke into a 50-minute fucking stand-up. Okay, today, let's start. Good God. Today, Venus is trining Pluto. Look at that. Pluto was doing a jig. I said, shaking shit up. Tower moment. That's where I was. Tower moments. Are y'all feeling the tower moments? Shaking shit up to reveal what's worthy. Ooh, you gotta love that. So that's that feeling I was just feeling. Is that just me? That push that just came through. Venus, love, value, the worth, passion. Venus is passion, desire of a thing. Pluto is all passion, is all transformation, is all power, superiority, the boom of a thing. That's what I hear when I think of Pluto. The sound vibration of boom. It's like it's coming through, but you don't see it. You're like, what the fuck is that? That's Pluto. Where's it coming from? I don't know. So that's what causes the tower moment. Venus and Pluto coming together in harmony to cause a tower moment was actually that surge part of it. That surge that just went through me. I stopped it. I stopped it, but hopefully I did something harmonious with it, that download that just came through. How was that for you today? Did I show up for you today? Venus, love, money, value, worth, being shaken up by Pluto's conviction to come through powerfully, transform some things. I just want to know. The moon is also, now check this out. The moon is quincux in that Pluto, though. Don't be too proud about the transformation and get your feelings all in a twist. That's that emotional control. Wait, what? That pull back? The moon is about emotions. Venus is about passion. Two different things. Venus is giving Pluto power, the thumbs up. The passion is saying to the power, yes, let's go. Feel it through you. The moon is saying, I don't know about those expressions because of pushing through. I don't know how I'm going to feel when I push that thing through. Is that not what I just did? Shut my own feelings off for my power that was coming through? I'm just saying. I'm just using myself as an example. How did this work out for you? You may have the desire to feel to the power, but once the expression wants to come through, maybe you can't control it. Maybe you get too proud. Maybe you're too courageous. Maybe you're too willful and you push past the authority, push past the power, push past Pluto. I'm just saying, how did that work for you today if it showed up? Sometimes these things show up, sometimes they don't, y'all. This ain't fucking gold. This ain't cemented in gold. Mercury today, by the way, is trining Neptune. Neptune is in Pisces, Mercury is in Scorpio. Write and speak your imagination. The spirit will help you to reinvent yourself. First of all, two words for that particular aspect. Mercury, trining Neptune. Mercury is communication, trine is harmony, Neptune is imagination, escapism, music and art. All things you can feel but can't touch. That's a writing situation right there. I need for us to realize the power in communication, especially as it hits Neptune, to say what? Express in how we communicate, whether it be talking or writing it out, right? Express the things that we're getting from spirit. Express these downloads. Don't be afraid. Express whatever you need to express in your morning pages tomorrow morning or tonight when you're about to go to bed. Just give it all you got, like literally, but don't read it back. Because sometimes when we express emotions and we read the emotions, we put it back into our body, which keeps the emotion going. No, let it go, let it out, leak it and burn it, throw it away, whatever you need to do. But we have to utilize communication, Mercury, with our need to connect with Neptune so the imagination can get freed up. So we can start to unleash some of those dark spaces and places. Thank you for that little download, spirit. Check this out. I was just thinking, sometimes you can write yourself through stuck spaces. Neptune sometimes will stump us and confuse us. Get this. It will stump us and confuse us at times because Neptune wants to live in a fantasy world. Neptune wants to live in just out there, creating its own reality. Sometimes we have to write ourselves or speak ourselves through that fantasy so we can get back to reality. Does that make sense? And there's nothing wrong with writing the fantasy. And that gives you the permission to become a budding novelist, a budding science fiction novelist, a budding poet, whoever the fuck you are, however you can write. But get to the other side of the expression so we can get back to the real, is what Mercury is trying to say. I'm just saying, tomorrow, the moon is in Virgo. I like when the moon is in Virgo for whatever reasons that it needs to be utilized. Virgo brings that criticism and discrimination, and when the moon is in Virgo, we're all looking for some weird ass perfection and always trying to tighten ourselves up. The download that I just received is that sometimes when the moon is in Virgo, we got to be careful not to be our own worst enemy. You know what I mean? Especially in these very, very tender and vulnerable moments, when the breakdown is happening, when the tower moments are happening, when we're deep head first in the motherfucking mud, being that mole that I keep suggesting over the last couple of weeks, excavating, getting down deep into who we are to reveal, to come out anew. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's a little weird. going down there, and Virgo is up, because Virgo will get you stuck and start recognizing all the little fucking weird innuendos and problems and habits that you have. Don't let it do it, please. Moon is going to be in Virgo on Tuesday, on Wednesday. That's it. Tuesday and Wednesday. We might feel it on Thursday, that Moon and Virgo feel of being so deep in the trenches, where now we're chopping ourselves up because we're discovering almost everything that we don't like about ourselves. Be easy, man. Be easy. Be easy. Can I share something with y'all? I'm so tired of beating myself up. I'm so tired of sitting back and looking in the mirror going, oh, girl, your boob is hanging a little, dragging a little too. I'm so tired of looking at my hair and going, oh, you need a haircut. Oh, you need this. I'm so tired. Like, how much do we need to beat ourselves up when we know that the world is doing a very good job at it? Like, our fucking mothers and fathers are critical as we walk out the house, and as they as we go and get money from them to go to the store from them, they don't like what we're wearing. You know, our bosses are critical, our coworkers are critical, our man, our woman is critical. Everybody's picking us apart enough. Why can't we as individuals sit back and just be okay with ourselves? Is what I really want to implement when this moon goes into Virgo. Use the upside of Virgo and get detailed to the point where you are looking at yourself from a detached standpoint. No emotion on that. You are looking at yourself from a detached standpoint and really figuring out how to solve the problem. Virgo energy loves to solve the problem by working at it, by picking it apart so beautifully that all of a sudden it starts to come together. But when you add that weird ass beat them up, whop, whop, psh, whop, psh, I can't be the way that I am compared to everybody else in the way that they are. Why not? Stop it with the weird comparisons. You're never going to be like them. I'm just saying, keep this in mind as we roll through Tuesday and Wednesday, all right? Tuesday, I want y'all to set up. Tomorrow's going to be a really good day on some level. Because if you stay in the vibration of that moon in Virgo, looking for things to pick apart from an emotionally detached standpoint so you can get better and service yourself. Virgo energy wants to service, so service your damn self. At the same time, tomorrow, the moon is trining with Jupiter. Do I need to say more? The moon is sextiling with the sun. Do I need to say more? It's a harmonious day tomorrow. Get them blessings that are on the table. Even though Jupiter is going backwards, do you know Jupiter's so big and magnanimous and so happy and so generous that even when it goes backwards, it still has a lot to share. So if the moon is trining in harmony with Jupiter tomorrow, it still wants to share something from a logical perspective. This is what I wrote in my notes. Let me see. Sometimes I take good notes and I neglect to read them. Time to utilize your current blessings. Get rational. Your current blessings. Yeah. Yeah. That was some goofy ass response. Yeah. Yeah. You know why? Yeah. Because we are blessed in this moment in time, regardless of what the weird ass people around you are saying, regardless of what the committee in your head is saying. Y'all know what the committee is, right? The host, the aunties and uncles and everybody that been conditioning you to think a particular way. The committee, the people in your head. Fuck what they say. What does your soul say? What do you say to yourself when you get quiet? What do you say to yourself when nobody is around? The good things that you say to yourself. Empowering things that you say. I don't want to hear that, the other bullshit, that nagging stuff. Tell us what you say to yourself when you're quiet. Something good. Please put it up in the comments. Encourage yourself in this moment in time. Please encourage everybody else. Please, what do you say when you're quiet? It don't have to be no dissertation. It don't have to be no dissertation. One thing, one little thing. I want y'all to keep this in mind. This is the Jupiter reverse. This is the Skittles on the table. This is tomorrow. As we roll into tomorrow and we start thinking of the positive things in detail, pick that shit up and make good on it. Make good on the Skittles. Bisha said, I deserve good things. You sure do, baby. That's right. Copper Fox, my heart is full of love. Come on now, China Wings. I love you. And you are so fun. Who, me or you? I love you too. China Wings, you probably are fun. Fun as hell. I appreciate my strength. Go, Melania Howard. Let's talk this into existence. Let's talk this into permanence. Let's talk this into personality, true and through. Without, if you can be detailed about how ugly your toes look and how gosh darn dusty my afro can be, you can be detailed about how dope your smile is, how dope you feel when you walk and your booty is going from back, left to right, black, black, black. You know you got music in your thighs, girl. Celebrate that. Come on now. Wednesday, the moon it'll be in Virgo, like I said. But you know what? Venus is going into Libra. Love that. You know, Venus is the ruling planet of Libra, right? Y'all knew that, right? Keep talking to yourself and bigging up in yourself, a bigging up, a bigger, a bigger. Mary Hill, throw all this stuff away. She said, throw all this stuff away. Wait a minute. I'm a little confused by that, Mary Hill. Throw all what stuff away? Okay, Venus is going into Libra on Wednesday, y'all. Venus, beauty, money, love, self-worth, desire, passion. In Libra, thank y'all for the thumbs up. Please, anybody who has not given me a thumbs up, please do so YouTube, this weird ass thing, can know I'm doing my work and create a better algorithm for this Sonja Marie's Wordlife astrology page. I appreciate that. But Venus is about all things that's beautiful. Like I said, it's Libra's planet. So it's about beauty. It's about love. It's about all of these things that's worthy when it comes to a partner, when it comes to justice, when it comes to being fair, when it comes to being a mediator, bringing love into the mediation of every conversation and understanding of a thing, bringing love into it. What's wrong with stopping a conversation every now and again and saying, wait, hold on. Where's the love in this? Is what Venus and Libra wants to say. If Venus and Libra is going to mediate with love, it's saying, wait a minute. Where's the love in these conversations? If you find yourself having a conversation with somebody and you recognize, even with your boss, man, love vibrations don't have to look and feel weird, but you recognize that there's no love vibration in it. It's your responsibility, if you're the conscious one, to stop and go, what is the love vibration in this mediation? Venus in Libra. We'll talk more about that. That's happening on Wednesday. Get it on you. And I'm so happy for all you Libras out there and Geminis and Aquarius. Y'all going to get some of that on y'all too. You're about to have a good time. You know, pull in your desires, Libras. Pull in your desires. Pull in your heart's desires. Pull in your love's desires. Now, know this very, very well. When we talk about partnerships and we talk about love and we talk about connections, as Libra is so powerfully explains and stands in. Libra's just dope like that. But Libra also knows that it's definitely needed to love itself and to be an individual, to be independent, to have its own thoughts, to bring its own thoughts to the project, to the partnership, to be able to go back and forth and build the minds as opposed to being taken over by another. That's what the partnership of Libra is all about. It's about mind building. It's about community building. It's about perspective, understanding, and expansion. Does that make sense? That's Libra energy. Get that on you, like for real, especially because it's Venus, because it's trying to show the love through that vibration now until it goes into Scorpio, which it will in a couple of weeks. All right, I'm only going to pick a couple of aspects out of Wednesday. There are tons of them. I'm not going to do this whole thing, y'all. I want to get to some readings for y'all. I think that'll be cool. On Wednesday, the moon is sextile in Mars. The moon is trine in Uranus. Venus is quincunxing Saturn. The moon is opposition Neptune. Mercury is sextile in Pluto. The moon is trine in Pluto. And the moon is sextile in Mercury. That's a lot of information, isn't it? Yeah, I'm not going through it all, but I will say this: on Wednesday, get up and get ready to move. Feeling like like your ducks are in a row, it's time to motivate. Get motivated on Wednesday, especially with the moon sextile in Mars. Okay, don't complain too much about being a rebel that day. With the moon trine in Uranus, you are a rebel for a reason. Uranus has been doing a job in Taurus for at least for a year and a half, almost 2 years. Y'all notice I've been talking. That's not an easy position to be in. Why? Because everybody is doing his best to change stubbornly. We all dragging our ass. So whenever there's an aspect to Uranus, celebrate that. With the moon coming up with Uranus on Wednesday, we want to feel good about these changes that we're doing and the rebel that we are becoming. It makes us inch further to the future. I hope that makes sense. Venus is quincunxing Saturn, so now all of a sudden, the desires that you held on, that you're holding on to on Wednesday, as they start to shift, they want to be irritated by the discipline. So here's the deal: Venus comes in with Libra, talking about all things beautiful. And by the way, you know Libra is very prissy, right? Very prissy, very girly, very princess-like. Trust and believe. Even when it comes to males, it's like, you know, they're very particular and dainty in a lot of ways, right? Well, when Venus goes into this Libra vibration, and it wants to be a beautiful mediator, it wants to be the one that wants to involve partnerships and shit like that, it is possibly maybe going to get a little irritated by the spiritual work that needs to be done. Oh, that's a big deal. Probably need to explain that one a little bit more. You know why? Because you can't negate all the spiritual work. Saturn being in Pisces that we've been doing the last couple of weeks, and all of a sudden you want to get irritated because here comes fancy fucking prissy ass Venus and Libra going, I need a gold rim glass. Like, what the fuck? Like, what? First of all, what's this shape? First of all, what is this shape? Second of all, who holds a gold rim glass in their left hand? Third of all, why would a Libra Venus want gold rim glass? Well, that's the idea of Venus being in Libra. It's so prissy like that. So because you want this gold rim glass, because you want things to be particular and prissy, and alongside of, okay, you being a mediator for everybody, does it have to look a particular way? And here's a real question: does it have to shut down my discipline and all the work that I've been doing in order to keep my spirit afloat? If I meet somebody, this is Sonja, if I meet somebody tomorrow and he seems to be the love of my life, he ain't gonna stop me from praying every morning. That's that point. Y'all get that? Y'all get that? Y'all get that? That is an example, but that's very strong on Wednesday. Pay attention to that. Did I go over your head? Sometimes I'm funny, but I always drop points. Sometimes I move and I talk fast like a New Yorker. I can't help it. I don't care. But you got to catch it. And this is a video, so you can always rewind. Bust that. Mercury is sextile and Pluto on Wednesday. Come on now. Sextile is harmony. So you got Mercury, how we think, how we talk, in harmony with Pluto, with our power. I said at the beginning of this, watch Pluto do her thing this week. That's the Tower moment. She's breaking shit down and breaking it apart. On Wednesday, she's breaking it apart with thoughts, with conversations, things that you may say, emails that you may get, you know, books that you may read, references that may come across your desk, words, problems, solved problems may help you to transform, to feel more powerful, feel more superior, move things out the way, break things down. Does that make sense? Ooh, y'all better get ready for Wednesday. I like that. I said implement ideas and initiate conversations to transform and empower. Let's go. On Wednesday as well, the moon will be in harmony with Pluto. So you're going to feel good about that thing, whatever you implement, whatever is breaking down, the Tower moment, whatever is breaking down, you're going to feel good about it. Just back it up with thoughts, with plans, with strategy, with understanding. Mercury. Get that? All right, keeping it pushing. On Thursday, the moon being in Libra now is going to be in conjunction with Venus. So Venus is in Libra, the moon is in Libra. That's a conjunction. See the honor in your partnership and your need to express it. Just tell people how dope they are. Y'all got a problem with that? That's a real freaking question. Y'all have a problem telling people how dope they are? I'm wondering. I can see it on people's face sometimes how arduous it is to say, oh, Sonja, your dress is nice. Sometimes, not all the time, because I'm not around people like that. They give up compliments. But you know, especially different type of people in the street. You know, those people in the street that look you up and down, don't want to say nothing. Sonja. The shit I see on people, and I really register it. Why? Because I love people and I'm sensitive. I don't care about them, but I watch how people move so I can be prepared. Anyway, That is a weird fucking squirrel. Let's go back. Thursday, the moon conjuncting Venus. Yes, see the honor in your partnerships and the need to express it. Tell people how dope they are. Tell your partner how dope they are. Tell your business partner how much you need them. You'd be surprised how good people feel when you just say thank you. When you just give a compliment. When you say, I appreciate you. I appreciate you passing that to me. I appreciate you saying that. It don't have to be a lot. People like to be appreciated, especially when they feel like they're going out and above and beyond and they're staying in love. When they are consciously staying in love, people want to hear that every now and again. So again, Thursday, exercise that. Friday, the moon will stay in Libra, but Mercury is going into Sag. Are y'all ready for that? Are y'all ready for that? Are y'all ready for Mercury going in Sagittarius? I don't know if y'all ready for that. I don't know if y'all ready for that. I don't know if the world is ready for that. All these odd situations that are happening all around us. Do we need any more truth? We absolutely need truth. Sagittarius being truth, Mercury being what we talk about, what we think about, how we process information, how we plan, right? The beautiful thing about Mercury being in Sag is, yes, the truth will come out. It has no problem being courageous, saying what's on your mind. So when the Mercury goes into Sag, we will all feel the vibrations of being more truthful to people. But be careful you don't get foot and mouth disease and you speak too much or say things too soon before things can mature, before things can play out, before you can hurt somebody's feelings. Okay? Mercury in Sag is good, in quotes, on the flip side of things, because it's about planning and about utilizing your brain to put together adventures, workshop. Anybody want to go back to school? Anybody want to expand themselves? Anybody want to feel free? Go plan some travel information. Like honestly, Mercury and Sagittarius, this is the time to plan your vacations for next year. This is the time to get together and really, again, with friends and with colleagues to grow, to expand, to take classes with one another, again, to get into spiritual situations, to harbor more on spirituality, on doctrines, on rules and morals and standards in which you can adopt for yourself. Mercury in Sag is pretty awesome in its own way. But please do yourself a favor and think a little longer, because Mercury in Sag thinks fast. It's a fast thinking kind of situation. So you don't want to put yourself in situations in which you thought a little too hastily, okay? All right, well, that's for Friday. As Mercury goes into Sag, we'll talk a little bit more about that. We'll talk more about that as the weeks go on, okay? But I want to say this before I dip on out of Friday, is that Mercury will square Saturn on Friday. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. Be careful. This brand new way of thinking, Sagittarius like, we want to express our truth. We want to be bold. We want to be out there. We want to expand. We want to be free. We want to say that this is me and this is me being free. Hopefully, it doesn't undo some lessons. Again, Sagittarius energy does not like Piscean energy. They're a square. So when you hear anything Sag coming down the pike this month, trust and believe it's going to go all up against that Sagittarius energy. So what have you been doing in the last 3 months, truly, that you've been working and building on spiritually? Your spiritual fortitude. You can thank Saturn and Pisces for that. But with Mercury going into Sagittarius on Friday, it wants to go up against that Saturn. That's a big deal. Now you're going to talk yourself out of God. Now you're going to talk yourself out of doing good. Now you're going to talk yourself out of staying in alignment. You're going to talk yourself out of it because you're moving too fast, because you're big and bad. Because what? Because you know the truth now? The truth going to set you free. I'm just saying, check yourself on Friday. Know what the truth is. Is it just your truth because your ego says hide behind what you think is real? I'm just saying. Because it may go up against Saturn and Pisces, which is trying to get you nice and right, locked up, spiritual like. I'm just saying. On Saturday, the moon stays in Libra, but then it goes into Scorpio at 1:39 p.m. Yep. And when it does that, oh, no, hold on. Before it does that, the moon will be in Libra. Said that, right? It's going to square Pluto. So when we wake up Saturday morning, will there be a fight for authority or a fight for leadership? I'm just saying, be careful. Just be careful. If you have a good night Friday night, you don't want to wake up in the morning, early morning, and having a breakup session, because now you got to make up to break up all over again, although that could be fun too. The bottom line is that the moon and its expression when it comes to Libra deals with partnership possibly, or an idea of being fair or being unjust, right? That's going up against power. Ooh, that's a problem for the world. An emotional decision and knee-jerk reaction. The moon looking for some fairness. And if I don't get any fairness, if I don't get it with my partner, if my partner doesn't give me fairness, then what? I'm going to act like Pluto and blow it up. Oh, shit. That might be a problem Saturday. Don't do that, boo-boos. Don't do that, okay? At the same time, the moon wants to be next to Saturn. Saturn is in again, I said Pisces, and the moon that day goes from Libra. When it shifts into Scorpio, it'll be a whole lot better, because that's when it's going to hit Saturn. The moon in Scorpio will trine Saturn in Pisces. That's when we can get right and nice again, get back in alignment. Wake up Saturday feeling a little out of sorts. Somebody looking for a fight. And then after a while, when that moon goes into Scorpio, when things get a little calm, you feel like you just pulled back a little bit, went into low gear. That's what the moon in Scorpio feels like, low gear. Boom. Go back a little bit, then it'll hook up with Saturn and go, remember, we did this for God. We're doing this for God. We're expressing for God with that Saturn in Pisces. Y'all don't hear me? All right. Oh, I like that. And then the end of Saturday, Mars is opposition Uranus. The reason why I want to say this is because all the digging, all the excavating that we've been doing, especially with Mars being in Scorpio, get where I'm going. All this digging is opposition Uranus on Saturday. Implement and balance what you discover in your movements to change the course. What you discover in your digging, what you discover in your movements, what you discover in your newfound passion, and desire is basically pushing you to balance out what you need to do when it comes to changing some things. Let me say that again, because that sounded very confusing. The bottom line is you are being given motivation to move passionately in a particular way so it can help to balance out the things that you are changing. The things that you are changing over here, it's time to get motivated over there. So the things that you are changing will have some kind of spotlight, will have some kind of validity. Your movements depend on keeping your independence alive. That's Saturday. I said it 3 ways, 3 different ways. Hope y'all got it. On Sunday, that moon is opposition that Taurus. Let emotions find balance with opportunities coming your way. Gotta trust something. With all this Scorpio energy, okay? It being against that Jupiter on Sunday, we have to learn, even as we're excavating, even as we are adapting to new friends and new environments and new things that are around us, we have to be able to implement trust a little bit. That's the only thing. I wrote that in my journal this morning. I said, that's the only thing that really keeps any of us alive is faith. If we didn't have faith, we didn't have hope, if we didn't believe that tomorrow would be a little bit better, that the sun is going to shine a little different, that there may not be a cloud in the sky tomorrow, that it actually may stop raining. Like, I'm being poetic, but really true. That prayer, hope, faith keeps us going. You got to be able to trust, though, in order to exercise that faith. Scorpio energy doesn't want to trust. At the end of this week, we're going to be forced to trust in whatever information that comes up that we want to utilize, invest, build on in a new life. We got to trust somebody with these new developments. You ready? Y'all ready to do that? That's a real freaking question. I thought I was going to read somebody today. Bijou said, who want to be that real? Come on now. D King, is that for real? You planning a 40-day and 40-night retreat for yourself? You sound like you need to sign up for one of my bundles or my new village situation I'm about to put together. Ooh-wee. So in these new things that I'm building for my business, I really want a group of us to grow together, like on some shit, on some real shit, like meeting every month, like sharing modalities, like going back to what I used to do. And by the way, going forward to what I used to do in a whole different light. And by the way, I was told by Spirit to thank the people that have connected with me on Periscope in my early Facebook days. Thank you. I was told to make sure I mention that because I was looking at them damn videos and they look really crazy and dark and I looked nuts and I was speaking the truth in my own way, but it was new. And it was like, oh, wow, they was rocking with me then and they rocking with me now. Miss Limitless, thank you, baby. All right, y'all. I could read one or two people. I said I wasn't gonna read because them downloads made me a little. No questions? Y'all just listening today? No questions. I'm done. I'm absolutely done. But I will read someone if they have a sun, moon, and rise they want to put up. If not, I'm going to go straight to my card because I'm excited to see what this card is for the week. Was I preaching on Periscope? Thank you, Bijou. Miss Johnson, you have Virgo, sun, moon, and rising? Wow. Is that true? Can you confirm that? Wow. Okay. Well, she's coming up with the Virgo, sun, moon, and rising. I mean, to be truthful with you, that's all we have to say. Thank you and good night. Nah. um. mm. My pausing is me searching for other words to use and also open up to spirit to see what they need to say for you. First of all, I don't know if you're in healthcare or you are uh, on site into the healthcare industry, meaning like if you're in school, still in school or something. But you are one of the most compassionate people with all of that Virgo information. Now, here's what I'm really doing. I'm kind of tapping into you to be truthful with you. Is that your sister, RJ? Like your real sister? According to your app. Okay, I'm gonna stop reading this. And go back to the tap in. But your name is Miss Johnson. So, yes, I don't know if you're in healthcare or you help the babies, but people rely on you. You're very compassionate. Decisions are made with this golden heart. Like your heart is so golden. There's a woman by you though, and that's who's like kind of slowing me down and trying to go around her to get the astrological information. If they want me to talk about the astrology, and they're like, "Y'all know what Virgo energy is," and I don't want to beat you up because I think you do that enough. To be quite honest with you, but this little lady here is saying she needs to move, and I don't know if it's physical move, like move somewhere, or you need to move from where you are, like move, get up off your ass. Back up off you. Get up off the wall. I just see you in a perpetual circle. Miss Johnson, I don't know if you're still here, but I just see you doing this. And this older lady is trying to stop you. I think she's your grandmother or she's your great grandmother. She's hunched over. She has like a hunchback. She's really sweet. She has some very fantastic fabric, and she's been trying to talk to you. When I say fabric, it's just like her garb, like it's not regular. It ain't like TJ Maxx fabric. That's for damn sure. She got some really expensive looking garb that she's wearing, and she's hunched over and she's trying to whisper in your ear, and you're not listening, honey. And this is very difficult to even say as I'm publicly reading you because I just think that you need to move and stop caring so much about what it's going to look like. Yes, it's the Virgo situation. It's the personality, as you all may know. on here that's kind of blocking her and keeping her stuck, but it's different. It's different than that. Because the other part of it too, sweetie pie face, is that you are very resourceful. So there's ways in which you can get unstuck very, very easily with the fucking flip of a phone, a goddamn conversation. People can assist you. One of the things is that your mirror is a one-way mirror. You're too busy helping everybody else and don't want to ask for the help. And then the other part of it is that, do you believe in the ideas that you have? Oh shit, girl, I'm gonna leave you alone because there's so many ideas. The thing about it is that if you start asking for the help and these resources and tapping into these people, would you even believe in what you're asking for? Like, I feel like you get confused of what even to ask for, even though you know you can pull the trigger on like 7 different things right now. Pick one, cousin. Pick one, because the Virgo discrimination and the criticalness is breaking you. It's not helping you. It's just not helping you. And then what a lot of Virgo energy likes to do, again, it will just distract itself by helping somebody else. Well, let me figure out somebody else's shit. What about your shit? I'm just saying. I'm gonna leave you alone because that's it. That is it. That's all I got to say. That little lady ain't coming after me. Kamisha Allen, she has a Libra sun, Aries moon, and a Pisces rising. Listen, I do give readings. And by the way, my readings on my website right now, my 90-minute readings are about to go up in 2024, January 2024. So if you'd like, you can purchase. If you get my newsletter, sign up for my newsletter, you can have the gift certificate. You can purchase, and I am going to circulate the gift certificate this week. You can purchase a reading at the current price, but then schedule it for next year. Okay? Because they are going up. They are going up. But again, for y'all that have been down with a sister, I do want to give you that price right now. And you can schedule it for May. As long as I can. I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted because her folks are still staying around. That's so interesting. Queen of Swords, Aries sun, Aquarius. No, that's not who I was on. I was on Kamisha. Libra sun, Aries moon, and Pisces rising. Love that Pisces rising on you, sweet lady. Remember that Pisces on the rise. I love Pisces. I love Pisces energy. And the Libra sun, that makes you really, really charming. I'm glad you got that Aries moon to help you balance out some stuff. Meaning, Aries moon keeps you a little in people's face and doesn't allow you to get run over, whereas that Pisces rising will allow any and everybody get in. It's very naive. Pisces energy is very naive, but Pisces energy is very passive aggressive, as we know, but also really shape-shifting too. So when you have Pisces on the rise, you got to be really, really careful about what you let in and out, because you're very porous. Does that make sense? You can be really, really porous. And then what happens is when you let something in, and then remember the moon is reaction. So the wisdom of Pisces let things come in. The naivete of Pisces let things come in. The compassion. When I say let things, I mean like just people shit, all kinds of shit, just shit, emotions and all kinds of things. You let it come in. But then when your emotions, your true emotions get bombarded by all the things that the Pisces energy lets in, and all of a sudden you feel heavy, and now you're carrying everybody. Now the moon in Aries wants to react and cut a motherfucker. I'm just saying. Watch yourself. I'm just saying. Oh, I was saying to shake it fast. Shake it fast. Watch yourself. Watch yourself. Because the thing is that Pisces energy brings in the information. The moon in Aries wants to respond, right? And then the Libra's in the middle going, I don't know what just happened. I'm just going to be a mediator and try to clean this whole thing up. And then the Pisces comes back on the rise and is like, what, me? Did I do anything? The passive aggression, victim-like of Pisces energy that doesn't have a way of standing up for itself. And then when the Aries reacts and wants to fight, now the Pisces wants to look innocent. that can get you into perpetual situations time and time again. When the Pisces on the front just needs to be a little bit more discerning, boo-boo, and don't let these creepers in. So the Aries don't bust off and knock somebody in the neck, and the Libra won't sit there and act like it don't give a fuck. Because after a while, the Libra will try to, mediate something, and then it's like, okay, I'm done. I'm over it. I'm not mediating no more. You got your feelings hurt, so what? That's not a good look. That's never a good look. I'm just saying. So you got to be careful of how you get that Pisces energy on you. And sometimes it's under the guise of, I just want to help. I just want to be compassionate. And y'all know that's an ego statement too, right? Y'all do know that, right? It's not just for Miss Kamisha. This is for everybody. Oh, I just want to help. I was just there to help. First of all, that's manipulative. Don't say that to people. Oh, I was trying to help you. You manipulating people? You wanted to help. You help. You don't use that against them, first of all. Second of all, you wanting to help, that's on you. That's ego. That's ego. We can't help nobody. We can assist folks. We can give them a hand, but help them? Change them? Nah. We can give them a little hand, give them some words of encouragement, and keep on pushing. That's why this little weird ass thing is weird as hell. And I've been trepidatiously doing this job because people are weird. People want to attach to what it is that you do and who you are. When this information is being shared with you to make you better, take what works, discard the rest. Don't look at me. Ain't got shit to do with me. This is all for you. Grow yourself. Don't let nobody else grow you. Did I go off on several different squirrels? And if I did, please forgive me. I just want to go. I need to say this card and then get out of here because there's a lot of information that wants to come through. And again, I'm controlling it. I'm not doing the whole 2-hour whatchamacallit with y'all today. I'm just not. Kamisha, I hope that helped you. And Ms. Johnson, I hope that helped you as well. Anybody else have something to add, to say, to ask? I'd appreciate it if you could put it up real quick before I pull this card for us. Amen. Ha! I love this card. This is the morality card. I love this card. Let me see how this hits today. I don't see no questions. Y'all good? Okay. Morality has restricted all the juice and energy of life to the narrow confines of this woman's mind. Wait, the fuck? Wait, hold on. Excuse me, y'all. I was reading the wrong thing, but I think it was right. It just has different words in it. Anyway, morality has restricted all the juice and energy of life to the narrow confines of this woman's mind. It can't flow there, so she has really become a dried up old prune. Her whole manner is very proper and stiff and severe, and she is always ready to see every situation as black and white, like the jewel that she wears around her neck. The Queen of Clouds lurks in the minds of all of us who have been brought up with rigid ideas of good and bad, sinful and virtuous, acceptable and unacceptable, moral and immoral. It is important to remember that all these judgments of the mind are just products of our conditioning. And whether our judgments are applied to ourselves or to others, they keep us from experiencing the beauty and the godliness that lies within. Only when we break through the cage of conditioning and reach the truth of our own hearts can we begin to see life as it really is. Ashe. I think this came up because of that whole download of Virgo energy, that moon in Virgo energy. It never wants to do anything that's not morally correct. That doesn't follow some types of rule or standards, But morality is just weird like that. It keeps you in this little box that they're saying, bust the box open, break it down, whatever needs to be done, throw it away. You can't live life from that perspective, not an individual, unique life, from a morality, strict perspective of the do's and the don't do's, the rules and the not rules, the sins and the virtuous. Come on now. Shake up out of that religious state of being, okay? Gurus are dead, and you are your own leader. And rules are necessary. They are for individuals to keep control in some kind of way, but also coloring outside the blocks are necessary. Box is necessary too. Don't get stumped by morality, is what they're saying. Dare to be free. Be as free as you want. And color wild like. All right? That's how we push through this moment. That's what this is for, this moment. I hope this makes sense. I'm sliding out. Adios.